believe it's the last 2 home games. Go fast for you, or
Times. Times it goes fast, at times it goes pretty slow. But yeah, I think, you know, the first part of it went pretty fast, but I think we were playing a little bit closer together, and we weren't traveling the way you start traveling once you get in the league play.
your 2 seniors, obviously senior night Monday. Give me your thoughts on their careers.
Well, they've had great careers. I think those 2 guys are, to a large degree, responsible for getting this deal back on track. They both are great people. You know, they're just not really good basketball players. They're really good people. They're active in the community. They're both good students. They both are have had no issues. You know, I mean, absolutely 0 issues, socially, academically, or athletically, aside from being pretty doggone good.
Coach, if I'm not mistaken, like when Javon came in, he's coming in on the heels of your guys' NIT, right? He kind of came in the next year. I'm assuming you kind of sell them on what the program would be in the days ahead, as opposed to what it was at that moment, or, you know, kind of take us through that process of, you know, talking to them, bringing them in.
Actually, Cyrus Jones coached him, and Cyrus played here and loves West Virginia and loves the place. And Dax was pretty easy, really. We had to put Dax in prep school for a year, but his deal was pretty easy. JC we were the largest school that recruited him.
Yeah.
So, and his dad's Leroy is really a grounded, down-to-earth guy. You know, he's not one of those guys that thinks that, you know, their son's way better than what he is. He understands basketball, and he understands what JC needed. So, I mean, it was, you know, I don't want to say pretty easy, but it was easy. I mean, you know, you talked to Dax and he wouldn't shut up, and you talked to JC, you couldn't get a word out of him. And now, 4 years later, it's entirely the opposite. JC never shuts up, and Dax doesn't talk.
You've said in the past you don't want JC to be remembered just for the steals and the defense. Why is it that people always look at points first when they vote for players, for all-star teams or whatnot? Why is that?
Because they don't know anything else.
That's coaches too.
I don't know. I don't know about coaches. I think most people, it's the person scoring the ball. I mean, let's be honest. You folks, it's the guy scoring the ball. You don't see in the paper that Wesley Harris just shut down a guy averaging 22 points a game and held him to 10. That's not the headlines. The headlines are Javon Carter's 22 leads Mountaineers. You know, so it's kind of the way it is.
When your dad asked you what kind of game you had, did he say, did you win first, or did he say how many points you scored?
Never said how many points you scored, ever.
Yeah.
So you're getting near the tournament. How do you feel your team is, where do you feel it is at this point?
Depends on the day, Mitch. We got through the flu thing. I think we got everybody back healthy now. I think we're okay. I think it comes down to, and I know it sounds really simple, but we're going to guard for the most part. we're going to rebound it for the most part. We just can't miss open shots constantly like we have. You got an open shot, you got to make it. You watch teams in the NCAA tournament and teams that advance, they advance because they make shots. I mean, we lost to Gonzaga a year ago, and there were some extenuating circumstances, but the reality is we missed 40 shots. 40. I mean, that's a lot of shots to miss now. And we still had a chance to win, which means we did the other things pretty well.
It's 38 of them in the last 11 seconds, it seemed like.
Seemed like it. Seemed like it sure did. We just said, you know, we for what kind of this group's done, we're not a very good transition team. I mean, you would think as much as we play in transition, we would be, but we're not a very good transition team.
Last 3 games, do you do anything to groom the team for the tournament season, or do you just play it like they're just 3 more games?
You're just trying to win, Bob. I think the biggest thing that you can do to get ready for the NCAA tournament is enhance your seed. And you can't enhance your seed unless you win. So, you know, you want as best we possibly can to enhance our seed. Winning out, which is probably going to put us, well, that's, what do we got? 9 wins. We got nine wins. That puts you at 12 wins in the league. That's about where we were a year ago, I think. You know, then you play well in the conference tournament. Although I don't know how much the conference tournament enhances your seed. I think it depends on the committee. There's been years when it's really helped your seed, and there's been years when it has no effect on your seed.
So do you kind of go into that conference championship with kind of the mindset of whatever happens, happens? You're not sure if it enhances your seed or not?
Well, I've been doing this 41 years, I think it is now. I've never, ever gone into it. If you're going to play, try to win. Somebody said a few years ago that they were happy they lost in the first round because they got more rest. 2010, we win the Big East tournament, and it was grueling. It was grueling, and we played really well in the tournament. I don't think I'd rather go in on a high than on a low.
Bob, when you got the idea for the press, you already had JC and Dax signed, I believe. So did you know that they could handle what you wanted to do, or, you know, chicken or the egg?
I knew JC could. That's how they played in high school. Dax is as good an athlete as we've had here. So when you're that athletic, when you can run and jump and move your feet the way he can, you're going to be pretty good in it. So I think coming from where JC came from, he already understood, and you know, Dax, just his sheer athleticism, and I mean, we had Gary Brown. Gary Brown's one of the toughest guys we've ever had here, and one of the most competitive guys we've ever had here. So you know, we had guys. You start thinking Jawan Staten. I mean, that's a pretty good athlete. We were way more athletic than what we are now. Way more.